Throughout my life, I've had many experiences where something goes wrong and I'm quick to blame someone else for that problem. Let's all go back to 3rd grade when your teacher looks at you and says, "Hey, the next person that talks, you're in big trouble with me." Everybody remembers we were all that kid who said something, but as soon as the teacher turned around, we covered our eyes and pointed our fingers at that person right next to us. Said, "Hey, they were the one that taught it. That was them." We were all that kid. So many times in our lives, we just see how quick we are to point our fingers at someone else, saying, "Hey, you're to blame, not me. It's never me." Well, in my case, I wasn't blaming someone else. I wasn't blaming God. I was blaming myself. When I am down, since 4 years old, I began playing baseball. My whole life revolved around a baseball field. My friends, my family, everything started on the diamond. I became popular in this little town of Aberdeen, playing baseball. An all-star baseball player, is a major league, minor league, whatever. That's what got me my popularity. People started to like me because I played baseball, because I was pretty good at it. Through the game of baseball, I met some friends. I lost some friends. The one thing baseball really did give me, though, was an opportunity. But what good's an opportunity if you don't take advantage of it? My sophomore year in high school, I became the number 2 pitcher on the varsity team with an 8-2 record. I was a starting center fielder, about second in the lineup. That year, I met so many people because now that I'm on a varsity team, people looked at me in a different way. I wasn't just some young kid playing on a good team. I was now a superstar. I met a guy that sophomore year in the weight room, a guy by the name of Daniel Brewster. I talked with him a lot. He's a very nice guy, someone you just love to be around. He had a good personality, good sense of humor, just someone that was fun all the time. We spoke in the weight room. We spoke at school. We talked about girls, talked about other little punk kids that really had no impact on our lives. We just like to pick on people. We talked about cars and other things that this world loves to hear about. We talked about it. We realized very shortly that our conversations were pretty much worthless. I came home this past year in December 2005. I had an opportunity to speak with Daniel one night as I was with some friends over at Outback. I saw him over at the bar and decided, hey, let me go say hello to him. It's been so long since I've seen him. Maybe I can catch up and tell him a little bit about myself, and maybe I can hear a little bit about what he's doing. That night, he shared to me about he was now engaged, get married to a girl that we went to high school with. He'd now gotten a full-time job and was able to support himself and support his fiance and his wife. That night was 2 nights before New Year's. I talked with Daniel about how I was graduating and how baseball was going, and just telling him that it was a struggle for me because my arm was hurting for the first time in all the years I'd played baseball. And it was a struggle because it was something I'm so used to being so good at, and now God was sort of taking that a little bit away from me for a little while. 2 nights later, January 1st, 2006, at 1:12 a.m., Daniel was killed in a car accident. When I heard about the news, I was devastated. Not just because my friend of 8 years had just passed away, but because I failed at something. See, my whole life, I couldn't take failure. It wasn't an option.